scientists have answered one of nature's most pungent questions: what gives the world's smelliest fruit its distinctive aroma? Researchers in Singapore have mapped the genome of the durian, known throughout Southeast Asia as the king of fruits. They identified a group of genes responsible for odor compounds called volatile sulfur compounds. These genes, called methionine gamma lyases, become highly activated as the fruit ripens, driving its unusual smell. Although highly popular as a food, the large, spunny fruit is banned from hotels and public transport in Singapore and Malaysia because of its strong pungent odor. The durian smell has been described as a mix of an onion-like sulfury aroma with notes of sweet fruitiness and savory soup seasoning, said geneticist Bintin Tai, Deputy Director of the National Cancer Centre Singapore, co-leader of the study published in the journal Nature Genetics. A key component of the durian smell are volatile sulfur compounds, or VSCs, which have been characterized as decaying, onion-like, rotten eggs, sulfury and fried shallots. Researchers from the National Cancer Centre (NCC) and Duke NUS Medical School in Singapore compared DNA from the durian with other plants that also have an unusual smell, such as cotton and cacao. Unlike other plant species that typically have one or two copies of these genes, this species boasted 4 copies, demonstrating that VSC production is, as Tep put it, turbocharged in durian fruits. The researchers said this odor may be important to the durian in the wild, helping to attract animals to eat it and disperse its seeds. The scientists sequenced the genome of the Musang King variety of durian, discovering it has about 46,000 genes, nearly double the number in the human genome. They were able to trace the evolution of the fruit back 65 million years, finding an ancient relationship to the cacao tree whose seeds produce chocolate. Most of us in Singapore have grown up with the durian, and we are very familiar with it, said geneticist Patrick Tan, a professor at Duke NUS Medical School in Singapore. However, even within the same family, there are individuals that love the taste, while others have learned to simply tolerate it, especially during durian season. For those who have never experienced durian before, it can indeed elicit opposing emotions of devotion and revulsion. Durian is eaten fresh, cooked, fermented, or as an ingredient in candies, baked goods, and other food. The researchers said there are at least 30 of the durian species, some edible, some inedible, and some with other distinctive features. Several are endangered. The scientists' efforts were driven by both innate scientific curiosity and a love of the fruit, and funded by private donations from anonymous durian devotees. The full findings of the study were published today in Nature Genetics. They found during fruit ripening there was higher levels of expression of the genes involved in sulfur metabolism. The researchers said more copies of genes involved in VSC biosynthesis can be found in the durian than in any of its close relatives. This suggests an evolutionary change underlies the aroma of the fruit. The scientists' efforts were driven by both innate scientific curiosity and a love of the fruit, and funded by private donations from anonymous durian devotees.